Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the 5 Minute Podcast. It's a show where I sit in front of a camera and talk about something for roughly 5 minutes and then post it on the internet. The last several days, I've really struggled to think about what to talk about. All of the ideas for topics that I've had have just not been exciting. So I decided, why not lean into that and let's talk about not knowing what to talk about. So I'm still relatively new to this, obviously. I don't have a ton of experience, so I'm not really speaking from a point of wisdom here. I'm just kind of talking about what I have gone through the last couple of days in terms of trying to figure out what kind of content I want to put together and what kind of content I want to post. And it's been difficult. Nowadays, especially, YouTube is a world where it's really easy to get stuck in the mindset of comparison. It's really easy to compare yourself to the creators that you watch on a daily basis, which statistically speaking are the professional creators who've been doing this for years. Those are tough people to compare yourselves to. And for someone who I can honestly say that when I started a couple of weeks ago, the only thought in my mind was I just want to make stuff. And I want to get into it, and I don't care about how many people watch it or how popular it gets or how successful I end up being in all of this. I just want to make stuff. And even for somebody who started with that in mind, it's very easy to worry about the views and worry about where I'm going to be in terms of growth. There is so much profit being made on YouTube, and there are so many YouTubers that are so successful, which, a lot of them work really hard for it, and that's great. They should be successful. They make fantastic content, but there's too much to look at and say, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be successful and make a living out of this. And the bottom line is that the vast majority of people who attempt that either aren't going to make it at all or aren't going to make it soon. But it's really easy to look at where you are at the beginning and say, I'm not doing as well as I hoped. All of the best content creators that are out there started at that same point. It's easy to lose motivation when the things that you're making aren't being seen by a lot of people. It's easy to think, man, I don't want to do it today. It happened to me the last several days. But the best advice I've ever heard was from Aaron Hansen, who is founder of Game Grumps. He runs another channel called Shuffle Master. He's a live stream where he opens trading cards. That a lot of people ask him questions about what to do when you're not motivated to make content. His answer is to this day my favorite answer to that question, which is, it doesn't matter. If you're not motivated, do it. Do it anyway. It's not going to be good, you're not going to like it, but do it. Go out to your camera and your setup and whatever you film, wherever you film at, and film something. Make content. You don't even have to upload it. You don't have to share it. Just make it. If you're just sitting around and waiting for motivation, it's not going to just appear out of nowhere. You just got to do it. That's kind of where I'm at, in that I've lacked motivation the last several days, and I was just kind of waiting on it. And then I said, you know what? I don't have anything to talk about, so let's sit in front of a camera and talk about that. I'm still playing with everything. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of content I want to make and how I want to make it look. There's no reason. This is really more for myself than it is for anybody else, but there's no reason to give up on it if you haven't even really started it yet. My advice to anybody who is a new content creator like I am, an experienced content creator that's going through some sort of creative block, or someone who wants to get into content creation, is just make. Whatever you do, just make. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be viral worthy. It doesn't have to be put it up as the featured video on your YouTube channel. It doesn't have to be shared on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else. just make. And the more you make, the better it's going to get, and the more consistently you're going to get something that is good looking and is entertaining and is interesting and is going to keep the attention of somebody moving forward. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date when I upload other videos, share it with your friends so that they can enjoy it too, maybe get something out of it. Feel free to leave in the comments suggestions for anything you want to see me go over on the 5-Minute Podcast. Also feedback on how I'm doing, what you like, what you don't like, if you like the new setup, if you don't, if you want the colors changed, let me know. For now, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time.